All right, so how did I get into fragrances? I guess you got me in broadcast mode. I have my broadcast mic, my headphones so I can hear out of one ear and listen to the recording in the other ear. But it starts when I was about 14 or 15 years old. And there were several fragrances out that was really, really just captivating everybody. Fahrenheit, the original. Yope, the original. CK1, Eternity. My two favorites, Polo Sport and Nautica, the classic version. I'm actually do a separate video on those. Lagerfeld Photo was big around the particular time where I fell in love with fragrances. Liz Claiborne and Carolina Herrera were the other ones. Gray Flannel, and I can't remember who made it. That was an amazing fragrance as well for the time. Oh, and we cannot forget Aspen. The green bottle with the gold leaf. Man. So many memories with these fragrances. But the two, again, that captivated me was Polo Sport and Nautica, the original. And so I got a bottle coming in today, actually. So tomorrow I'll record the video of my nostalgia fragrances, the fragrances I just had to get to take me back to when I first got started. Now, of course, I couldn't afford and didn't know anything about anything niche. Oh, Old English in the bottle that you splash on. Oh, you couldn't tell a brother nothing when he put on the Old English now. Ooh. I had a guy that I used to walk to school with named Tim, and man, he would splash that stuff on and the women would go crazy. This is like in middle school. So yeah, man, I fell in love with fragrances and the reaction to fragrances way back then. Now, I was definitely growing up until a few years ago, the 2, 3, maybe 4 bottle person, maybe. And now it's grown into 400 bottles. But I've discovered niche, and I discovered the different varieties of fragrances, the eau de parfum, the estrade de parfum, the cologne, the eau fraîche, the eau de toilette, all of that in so many varieties. And I probably got, the type of personality that once I get into something, I'm into it. And I wouldn't say probably, I definitely have that type of personality. Once I get into something, I'm into it. Cigars. Oh my God. I done built out a whole smoke cave in my house, like added on a whole nother room to indulge myself in cigars. Crazy. Fragrances, saxophones, shoes, clothes. Oh my God. It's crazy. But I love it. Being a blind person and not having his sense of sight, my sense of smell has definitely not heightened. That's a misnomer, but definitely become something that I really rely on and really enjoy.
Patreon.
And
Now,
so
new sign emoji. Joe Budden just posted Tone It Down. In this Patreon exclusive episode, the gang starts by discussing Lil Uzi Vert's song Just Wanna Rock and its impact on hip-hop. The Bionic Six also answers what their biggest flex is to others in personal...
Shut up. Do not disturb should have been on, but it wasn't. So nevertheless, that's my phone talking to me, and it's right around the right time because being blind, so I have to rely on hearing one, and also my sense of smell, right? And so fragrances have become a huge part of my life. My wife is even getting more into it. She's like, "Why doesn't this last? It's an eau de toilette." And I'm like, no, that doesn't necessarily mean that the fragrance is not going to last because it's an eau de toilette. It doesn't last because of its function and what it's meant for. Or it just doesn't last. But do you like the smell? Do you like how you feel when you spray it on. Why about not take a decant with you and go to the restroom, add a little extra spritz throughout the day if it doesn't last. But can you smell it? And others can? Has your nose went blind as well? It's a possibility, right? But I wouldn't have known any of these things unless I got deep into fragrances. And so I started getting a number of fragrances. Man, I started with all the stuff that everything that's on YouTube. For the most part, I got. Somebody does a top 10 beast mode fragrance, I have 8 out of the 10. And a lot of times if I don't have the other 2, it's because they're discontinued and they can't be gotten. By the way, anyone out there who has a lot of Weed Alone Blue Electric by YSL, let me know. I want to buy it as long as it's an authentic bottle. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I fell in love with those fragrances. Even, I don't know who made Sierra. But man, that was a good one. Curve. I remember going through 2 bottles of Curve. Oh my God. Curve was the bomb. Sierra. I think Polo made Sierra. My dad loved that one, but I did like that one. That smelled amazing as well. Let me see. Yeah, I think that was about it for my experience with fragrances. But yeah, I really fell in love with them from those initial sniffs of those John Paul Gaultier, the famous guy with all his clothes off. That was one amazing fragrance back in the day, and still is to this day, that I fell in love with. And so, I created this channel to share my love of fragrances, what they do, how they kind of embody your day and add to, it's an accent. It's like a room freshener, having a clean room and then a room freshener and your furniture looking good. It's like that for our body. And I've just gotten really deep into it that, it's a sensory experience every day. It's, going through the fragrance wardrobe, trying to figure out what am I going to pair with what I have on today. Now, I do work from home 95% of the time, so I don't have to go out. So I get to sit here, walk around the house, and I get to sample, fragrances, wear things out of season, see where's the best time to do this, kind of plan when I am leaving, because I'll go to events, I'll go to see clients on Thursday. I'll go out with the wife, and I'm trying to figure out, during the time that I'm home, what am I wearing? What am I going to wear with this outfit? What am I going to wear to this performance? What am I going to wear to this concert? What is going to be taken from my fragrance wardrobe to put on today? So that's kind of how I got into it. Now, in video 2, part 2 of this, I'm going to talk about the 2 fragrances that really, really got me into it and why. This goes all the way back to like high school. Throughout my life, it was, like I said, it was just a couple of fragrances here and there. It was the YSLs, it was the Carolina Herreras, the classic, it was some Dior, definitely some Dior. I got Sauvage when it first came out, that type of thing. And I was, whatever Macy's was offering, I didn't know much about it. Now there's so many niche fragrances, and oh my God, you got fragrances like Argos, Vita Delicata, and oh my God, Second Soul by Justin Copeland. Amazing. Just, it's a nose party. Do you hear me? So listen, watch out for part 2 of this. Register for the 1,000 giveaway, $1,000 giveaway. We want to have you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Not only do we want you to like, comment, and subscribe, we want you to tell us in the comments, what are you wearing? And once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to use YouTube random comment picker, and we're going to choose a random winner, and hopefully that'll be you. Until then, in the comments, at minimum, what are you wearing today?